Hey there, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here, and today I'm talking about something pretty fun, and that is these AKASO Seemor night vision binoculars. If you're going overlanding and stuff like that, I'm not necessarily advocating that these things are a necessity or anything like that, but if you go out camping a lot, I know I've been like surrounded by coyotes before, I've heard things in the woods, and even with a good flashlight, it's really hard to see stuff. Plus, once you turn on that flashlight, then you've kind of given yourself away that you're aware of whatever it is out there's presence. Versus with these, you can use them to see stuff in the dark. And they also will take videos and a bunch of other cool features. So again, if you were looking for something for hunting, I could see these being a great thing for, or just for fun around the campfire. If you're sitting there and you want to kind of look into the woods around you and see what's going on, these things could be a fun little toy, and they're pretty reasonably priced at around $200. So again, if you were looking for something like that, I'm going to walk you through all the features of this. I'm going to kind of show them in action. I took some video at night that I'm going to show you too. So if you want to see these things in action, you want to learn all the functionality of it and all the features that come on this, stay tuned.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, so as I mentioned in the intro, today I'm talking about these night vision binoculars from a company called AKASO. And again, I'm going to kind of start by talking you through the features and basically the layout of this thing, the dimensions and all that stuff. So I'm going to get you all the basic specs up front. Then I'm going to dive into some of the night video that I took to kind of show you the quality. So again, if you're looking at these and you're kind of considering them, but you want to know more about them before you buy, I'm going to show you these things in action. And then I'm going to finish up with sort of my final thoughts on it, right? What this might be useful for. I am primarily a camper and overlander. So honestly, like they're not a need for me, but they are pretty fun. And I had a good time using them over the last few weeks on a couple of camping trips and kind of sharing them with my friends and stuff. It does make for a really good conversation starter, and it's, again, a lot of fun just sitting around a campfire to be able to kind of see far off into the distance and see things in the pitch black. So again, let's start with the dimensions, the features, all this stuff that comes with it, what comes in the box, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through all that to start. So again, this is the AKASO full color 4K night vision binoculars. Now, just looking at this thing, there are some simple buttons on the top here that make it really easy to control. So basically, you've got your power button here. You hold that for a few seconds to turn it on. Once it's on, though, you can tap this to sort of turn off the screen and save power without fully turning off and powering down the binoculars. And then you can tap it again to turn them back on. So that's kind of a nice feature that I uncovered while you're using it, is that you can, not have to like fully power it down. Now, underneath the power button, you've got zoom in and zoom out. It's also, these function as up and down, like if you're in the menus. And then on the other side, you've got these buttons, mode, menu, and shot. So basically the way these work is that the mode button, when pushed, will switch between photos or video, because you can record stuff with this, and they do have an app that I'll show you too. So you can just take still shots, or you could take video of whatever you're looking at through the binoculars, which is pretty cool. Then the menu you can hit, and I'll show you in the binoculars here. When you hit the menu, you get a bunch of different options, right? So the shot button basically functions as your enter button. So once you get to the thing that you want to select, you hit the shot button to open that thing. You use the arrow buttons, the zoom in and out buttons, as sort of your toggles, right? So like, if you can see here, it's like I'm toggling back and forth between video and photo, right? So, and then once you get to the one that you want, then you hit the shot button, and then it's going to take you into your photos, which I don't have any photos saved. Now, your menu button also, once you're in a menu item, acts as like a back button. So if you want to go back, hit the menu button again, it'll take you back. Now, you can capture audio on this thing too, which is pretty neat. It's not the best quality. Again, I'm going to show this to you here in a second when I show it in action. But if you wanted to like make verbal notes or something, if you're like, hey, I'm in XYZ forest and I just saw a bear or whatever, right? Like you could, say some things and it will capture that audio and roll it into your video, which is a nice feature for sure. I wouldn't use it for like content creation. I'm not going to go out and like shoot video on it necessarily, but you could use it like, again, if you saw something really cool, like a cool animal or something at night, you could use that as as video to show like what you saw, right? Now you can turn the button lights on and off. So as you can see, they do illuminate, which is nice. So if you're in the dark and you tap a button, the lights come on, but you can turn that on and off. So if you want to save battery, if you don't maybe want to expose yourself again, if you're, being sneaky with these things, you could turn off the button lights. You can also make the screen off time different. So you can make it so your screen stays on so that you can always see it. You could, set a timer so that basically it's going to auto shut off. You can change the volume of the beeps, which you probably hear here. So you can change that volume up and down. You can turn on and off auto shutdown. You can even have a compass that's displayed in here. You can change the language. You can change the time. So it does capture like date and time. So again, you'll know when you took this footage, which is pretty cool. You can format it differently, the date and time based on your region. And that's the bulk of the menu items that are in here. Now, another thing to note is that it does come with this quarter 20, both on the top and on the bottom. And if you're not familiar with a quarter 20 fitting, this is like the standard for all tripods and stuff like that. So again, if you're out in the woods and you really wanted to record, like if you were looking to try and capture a specific animal, a deer or coyotes or something on it, you could set this thing on a tripod, aim it at the area that you want, and then again, let it loop record, and it's just going to record. And then when you catch something, then you could, stop, save that down. But that's kind of a neat feature, right? It's really cool that they give you that option to mount it however you want. So again, you can have it stable so it's not, jerky. There is some active stabilization built into it. So it will do its best to kind of stabilize the video for you, but it's not perfect, right? It's still software based. So having something where you can physically place it, it will give you much better quality video. Now, I'm going to keep sticking with the device, and then I'll go into the stuff that comes with it. On the bottom here is where you're going to put your battery. There's basically just these two clips that you pull out. And then inside there, you're going to see this rechargeable battery. One of the really nice things is they give you two of these. So you actually have a backup, which allows for up to 8 hours of runtime. So again, if you were trying to really capture something on video and you're running it on loop mode and stuff, and you are going for a while and you haven't seen what you want yet and your battery runs out, then you can hot swap the batteries. So you can just throw in the backup battery and then you're good to go. You can extend your time and double it basically from 4 hours to 8, which is pretty cool. Also on the bottom here, you're going to notice this little panel that's basically meant to be waterproofed, right? So you've got a battery, which that's a USB-C plug. This does charge off USB-C like most electronics nowadays, which is pretty cool. And then that is your memory card. So again, mine has a 64 gig memory card in it. Super easy to just insert in there. But then you put this cover on, and then that helps keep it waterproof. Now this thing is IPX5 rated. And you may say, okay, cool, there's all these IPX ratings. I don't know what they are. I actually did the research and looked this up. IPX5 means that it can withstand a direct stream of water. So what that means is you shouldn't submerge it, right? You don't want to submerge it, but if it's raining or something, if it's sprinkling, if you happen to spill something on it, it's not going to ruin the device. It is strong enough to stand up to some water, right? Again, I wouldn't recommend submerging it. I wouldn't get it in super heavy, like pouring rain or anything like that. But if it's snowing, if it's sprinkling or something, you can use this thing and you don't have to worry about it breaking on you while you're using it in the rain. Talking about the screen here, it is a 3-inch screen. So, it puts out a really good picture, and it's really clear to see. So instead of like your typical binoculars experience, right, where you're jamming your eyes in there and you're trying to sync them both up and you kind of have that ocular kind of look, like that circle where you're trying to look down a tunnel, this just gives you a really clear picture, right? Like it gives you a really clear screen to look at. It's just basically like when you put it up to your eyes, you're just looking at a TV screen, right? A tiny TV screen, which is nice. Now on the sides here, you're going to notice these little circle attachment points. These are for the included strap. So let's go into kind of the other things that come with it. So you do get this really nice case. It's got a handle on the back of it. It's got strap attachment points here. So you could use the strap on the case if you prefer, or you could strap it directly to the device itself. So you could wear it around your neck so that you've kind of got it handy. So you'll see the binoculars go in the bottom here, and I've got my extra battery down there. And then there's a zipper pocket at the top that holds everything else, which again, super nice that it's all contained. You've got everything you need. But then you've got this little really nice strap that, again, you can use for the binoculars or your case. You also get a sort of microfiber towel to use to wipe the binoculars off to keep them clean so you can see. You get this USB-A to USB-C charging cord, so you can use that to charge up your batteries. And then, of course, you get this small little user's manual, which is, again, a good thing to have just in case if you run into any problems or have any questions or anything about how to access specific features, you can use that. So let's finish out this section here with dimensions. This thing is basically 6.4 inches long by about 4.7 inches across and about 2 3/4 inch thick. So just so you know, those are the dimensions. So the full package weighs in at about 2.5 pounds. So this is about 1.5 pounds. This thing's actually pretty light. It's really easy to hold. You're not going to get fatigued or anything if you're holding this up for a long time. But again, you can mount it if you want to as well. So now that we've gone through all the dimensions and the features of this thing, let's talk a little bit about functionality. So this thing will do up to a 16 times digital zoom. Now again, this will record 4K video and up to 4 megapixel pictures. So again, you're not gonna beat out a traditional camera or anything like that, but your traditional camera, I know mine, I use an iPhone as my main camera, it will never catch any sort of night shots. I won't ever see anything in the dark. It's just a black wall and it records nothing but audio basically when I use my phone. Whereas with these, at least I would be able to see, again, like a deer or a coyote or a bear or something if it's in the woods, and I'd be able to capture that image using the video functionality. The batteries in it are 3,200 milliamp hour batteries, which are pretty good sized batteries. Again, you get 2 of them and they last for about 4 hours apiece. So that basically doubles it to 8 hours, which is nice. One note, as I mentioned, is that it does have an app that I'm going to show you here in a second. But to connect to that, you basically go into your settings and then you go to Wi-Fi and then you find the Wi-Fi. You basically turn on the Wi-Fi on the device and then you find it on the app and you connect the two. And then that's how it transfers the data back and forth so that you can grab the videos without having to take the memory card out, which is awesome. Again, I mentioned that mine has a 64 gig card in here, but this will accept up to a 512 gigabyte card. So you can record a ton of video on this thing or pictures if you want. They've also got some really smart AI-based sort of like features and things in here. So they're compressing this video. They're trying to make it as efficient as possible. They're also using that to give you full color. So these things you can do as like the black and white sort of traditional night vision mode that you've seen, but you can also change it to color mode where you can get color video. And again, I'm going to show you that here in action here in just a second, but it's really cool to be able to sort of pull those colors out and not just see that traditional sort of black and white. All right, guys, so now I'm recording on my regular phone, so you can see these lights on my deck here. This is with the night vision. This is at 1x zoom. So now I'm angling up here and you can see that illuminated window over there. On my camera you can barely see it. I mean, it's just black. But on the AKASO, you know, it's pretty well lit. So now I'm going to zoom in. That's 2x zoom, 8x. I mean, there's 16 times and I'm zoomed in on the window. I mean, obviously that's a little insane. I'd say that house is probably about 100 feet away from me. But you do see that with the night vision, like it does have full colors. Like I can see the colors of the Christmas lights. I mean, it does a pretty good job of like replicating. It's like here's in between my neighbor's houses. That's another house way over there. But I mean, it definitely does a great job of like capturing all the light and illuminating a ton of detail. All right, so moving on to the app, I'm just going to kind of walk you through this. This is sort of the home screen that you land on. When you click on device, it's going to say connect. It's going to give you instructions for how to do this. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to open up your settings in your phone and you're going to select Wi-Fi, and then you're going to look for the AKASO Seemor in that list of Wi-Fi connections. Now, if you don't see that, remember you do have to go hit the menu button, go into Wi-Fi and then turn it on. So that may be the problem. But then once you do that, then you're going to basically just connect via Wi-Fi to the binoculars. Now, once you're connected, it is going to pop up this screen to say, do you want to allow it to connect? You're going to click allow. And then that's basically going to make it so that your device is connected to your phone. Now, as you can see here, it gives you a live view of what the binoculars are seeing. You've got some options to select photo and video and then hit that green button to actually record. Then if you hit the image button in the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to ask you to allow access to your photos. And then you can actually see the videos or the pictures that you took. And you can also hit that download button to save them to your device or the trash can to delete them. Now, if you hit the 3 buttons in the top right corner, you're going to see there's firmware updates. You can mess with your Wi-Fi settings in here, audio recording on off, loop duration. You can format your card. So if you wanted to reformat your card, you could do that in here too. So it's pretty cool that you can access most of the things from the actual device on your phone. All right, guys, so as you saw, there's the footage. That's what it looks like when you take video. That's what it looks like when you take pictures. I also showed you the app, so hopefully that was helpful. Of course, if you have any questions about these things, I'm going to put a link in the description down below, so they're really easy to find. They are about $200, so just keep that in mind, but click through that link down below to get all the details on it, and also if you're looking to get them. If you have any questions or anything, post up in the comments down below. I will do my best to answer whatever questions you've got. As always, there are links in the description to all my other social channels, so wherever you want to join the conversation, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, I'd love to have you. There's also a join button below this video, which is just kind of a passive way to support the channel and get you early access to the videos. So if you're enjoying the content, if you want to kind of say, hey, thanks, or if you want to just get early access to the podcast that I do every week or all the videos that I do on gear and, do-it-yourself modifications and budget-minded overlanding camping gear, that would be a good way to do it. Or if you want a more active way to be involved with the channel, feel free to check out the link to my Patreon down below. We have a 24/7 Discord where we all kind of chat about our rigs and our gear and stuff. We ask questions. It's really awesome. It's a cool group of folks, and we'd love to have you in that. There's also a link below this video to my website where I've got funny camping-themed, overlanding-themed stickers and patches, as well as all things overlanding stuff. So if you want stickers, patches for your headliner, for your fridge, for your windows, for whatever, there's definitely a ton of options down there. Things like I hate people so I camp, or don't burn your wiener and it's a hot dog, or again, all things overlanding stuff. So check that out. And then last but not least, there is a link below to the Newbie Overlanders Facebook group. Now, this is a group that I run that's totally free of bullying. It's totally free to join. It's just a big private Facebook group basically for people that are either new to overlanding and want to ask questions, or maybe people that are more experienced and are just tired of the bullying in the big groups. We just don't allow it in this group. So if you want to come and actually be helpful and ask questions and learn stuff, this may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. But again, thanks so much for watching. Hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.